Have you ever looked back after discovering your ADHD and realized at almost every stage of my life somebody had an explanation for me? Only it wasn't autism and ADHD. As a child, for example, I was too sensitive. I cried easily, certain clothes bothered me, loud places overwhelmed me. But I was just sensitive. Maybe for you it was that you couldn't sit still, or you constantly talked, or you forgot things, or lost everything. Careless, disorganized, chatty. I had huge emotional reactions. But I was just dramatic, difficult, and temperamental. Then I got older. I struggled socially, I replayed conversations afterwards, and I felt like everyone else just knew what they were supposed to be doing socially. Shy, awkward, insecure, I became a perfectionist. I made lists, I rehearsed everything. I arrived ridiculously early because being late terrified me, and I still do this. And instead of anyone seeing compensation, they took me as incredibly organized. Now, maybe for you, this looked like procrastination until the absolute last second, but somehow managing to pull things together. Or maybe you just needed to apply yourself. And then adulthood arrives, and suddenly I'm responsible for work, relationships, appointments, meals, bills, and a household and pets. And the systems that kept me functioning started falling apart. Only now I'm being told you're stressed, you're anxious, you need better time management, and eventually I burned out. Things I used to be able to do became incredibly difficult. Sensory input became unbearable, my executive functioning got worse. I didn't have the energy to keep performing the version of myself that everyone expected. And a lot of the time, that's when someone finally notices. This is actually when I got diagnosed for autism during my PhD. Not because I suddenly became neurodivergent, but because the strategies that helped hide it stopped being enough. And when you finally recognize autism and ADHD, you can look backward and see this trail of explanations: sensitive, lazy, gifted, dramatic, shy, disorganized, perfectionist, anxious, burned out. These are different labels for different chapters of your life, but really there was a thread connecting them all along.